Ever felt like a circus performer, juggling tasks instead of flaming torches? Ever whispered to yourself in the midst of chaos, I wish I could clone myself? Well, before you head to the nearest science lab, let's talk about delegation. It's not just about shedding your load. It's about having your team being able to juggle those flaming torches and send them right back to you in a beautiful ballet. In this video, we explore why delegation is vital, what are the different contexts in which you can delegate. Also, we'll look at the 101 of how you can do the best delegation possible. And finally, what is important to do when you're thinking about following up on delegation. So buckle up and let's turn you from a frantic juggler to a masterful delegator. It's time to add a bit of magic to your leadership style. Hey, my name is Greg. I'm a master coach and I help people, teams and organizations to know themselves, design their future self and become their future selves. I'm here to help you live a life where you have control. Imagine this, you're a leader, a multitasking wizard. You're answering emails, managing projects, attending all the meetings, all while you are trying to drink that lukewarm cup of coffee and while having a sandwich on the corner of your desk. Sounds familiar? Well, it's a daily grind for many people out there, and tech has accelerated the pace of life even more, so I'm sure you feel a little bit like that. But there is a magic trick to changing this routine, and it's delegation. Why delegate, you ask? Let's look at different aspects of this game-changing skill. First, efficiency. Delegation is about playing to your strengths and your role and letting your team shine with theirs. Think of it as a puzzle. Everybody fits right to create a much bigger picture. Next, skill development. When you delegate, your team grows. They're not just doing tasks, they're climbing their career ladder, just one task after another, one responsibility after another. And here's a big one, trust. Delegating shows your team that you trust them. It's like saying, I believe in you without actually having to say it. And if you haven't watched my video about the speed of trust and how trust is important to build your reputation and to accelerate everything in your career, then check this out. But hold on, some of you might say, but if I delegate, am I not losing control of what's going on or the quality of what is actually being done? Okay, so let's bust this myth. Delegating is not about losing control. It's about being the director of a blockbuster. You set the scene and your team brings it to life. As for quality, it's all about setting clear expectations and picking the right person to do the right job. It's not about lowering standards, it's about elevating teamwork. Delegation isn't just a one-way street from the top down. It's more like a bustling city intersection with delegation happening in all directions. Let's explore the various contexts in which you might be delegating to other people or things might be delegating back to you. First one, the classic, delegating down. This is your traditional boss to employee scenario. Think of it like passing a baton in a relay race. Every team has a role to play and a task to take. And remember that it's not about dumping unwanted tasks. It's about entrusting responsibilities that help your team grow. And surprise, you can actually also delegate upward. This is when you need approval, advice or support from those above you. It's a delicate art, like asking your cat for a favor. Approach with caution and with clear benefits. Then there is delegating sideways to your peers. It's like a friendly game of catch. You throw a task their way, they might throw one back at you. This requires a solid foundation of mutual respect and understanding. No one likes a surprise task grenade. And yes, you can even delegate to yourself. This is about self-management. Organizing your tasks, prioritizing them, it's like delegating from your present self to your future self. A lot more about prioritizing in this video here. And trust me, when you do that, your future self will really thank you. One last part for people who are working alone, self-employed. Delegating is about finding the services around you who are going to help you to have less charge on your shoulders. It's about seeking help. And accepting that yes, you need to pay for this help, but that can multiply your productivity and what you can achieve. You like this video so far? Then you know what to do. Also subscribe to the channel and put the notifications on if you want to receive content like this every week. And if you want to learn a lot more about the art of delegation, check out the other YouTube videos and other links in the video description below. So you know the what and the where of delegation, but the how starts in your mind. Let's tackle the potential mental blockers you have and transform the way you see delegation. First, let's meet our usual suspects, the mental blockers. These are the internal voices telling you, if you want something done right, then do it yourself. Or, I can't trust anyone with this task. Sounds familiar? The second one that we've talked about is the fear of losing control. Fear of losing control is a big one. It's like holding on to the reins too tight in a horse race. Then there is a perfectionist in you saying, no one can do this task as well as I will do it. It's like believing that you're the only chef who can cook a perfect dish. And also, does it need to be 99.99% perfect? Can it just be 90%? And let's not forget the guilt. Am I overburdening others? Remember, delegation is not dumping, it's sharing opportunities for growth. To hop over those mental blockers, you can ask yourself a few questions. Can someone else do this task at 70, 80, 90% of what I would do? Perfection is the enemy of progress. If someone can achieve most of what you can, then give them a chance. Then ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen if I delegate this task? Often, the worst case scenario that you come up with is not as bad as what you had in mind. Then ask, how can this task contribute to the growth of somebody in my team? Flip the script. Think of delegation as a mentoring tool and a development tool for your team. Then ask for yourself, what could I achieve if I had more time for myself? Imagine the possibilities that you would have if you could have some of the tasks handled by other people. Now let's talk about some benefits. Shifting your mindset isn't just about easing your workload. It's about creating a ripple effect of positivity around you. First, you have increased team capabilities and morale. When you delegate, you build a more resilient, more capable team that can achieve more. And this boosts morale and efficiency. It's like planting seeds for a future forest. And for you, it's an opportunity to focus on higher level tasks and growth for yourself. It's like leveling up in a game where new challenges await. And most importantly, you foster an atmosphere of trust and collaboration. It's also called psychological safety and is the foundation for the strongest teams out there, where you will see that everybody can open up and everybody works to their strengths. If you want to learn more about psychological safety and how Google sees the best teams working together, then check this out. Now let's roll up our sleeves and dive into the step-by-step of delegation. It's not just about assigning tasks. It's the science and a bit of an art. Delegating is a bit like crafting a master recipe. It's all about the ingredients and how you combine them together. Let's start with the ingredients. First, identify tasks which are suitable for delegation. Ask yourself, is this task necessary for my personal attention? Or can someone else handle it effectively? Then match the task with the right person. Consider their skills, workload, and development needs. It's like casting actors for a movie. Everybody should fit perfectly. Then be clear about what you need. Set expectations, deadlines, and deliverables. It's like giving someone a map and a destination, not telling them, just go explore. Now let's talk about the key elements that you should always have in any act of delegation. Focus on what you want to achieve, not how to do it. This leaves room for creativity and innovation. It's like asking for a painting, not directing every brushstroke. Then ensure that people have the authority and tools to complete their task. It's like giving a chef all the ingredients and kitchen tools to complete this master recipe. And set up milestones for follow-up. This is not about micromanaging. It's making sure that you have signposts on a road trip to ensure that eventually you complete your route. Be available for question and support, but please refrain from wanting to take over. It's a delicate balance, like teaching a child to ride a bike. You have to let go of them to learn. The follow-up is where the magic of delegation really comes to life. First things first, let's talk about how you set up your following up plan. Plan regular check-ins, but keep them light and encouraging. It's like watering a plant. Too much and it will drown. Too little and it will wither. Establish clear feedback loops. Encourage open communication and be ready to offer guidance. Think of it as a two-way street where both people can share insights and progress. Now, how do you evaluate progress without falling into the micromanagement trap? Concentrate on whether the outcome fits with the set objectives. Remember that there is more than one way to peel an orange. The method might differ, but that's the result that counts. When providing feedback, be constructive. It's not about pointing fingers, it's about shaping future successes. And give your team the space to solve their own problems. It's empowering and it builds confidence. It's like removing the training wheels. It's a bit scary, but very much necessary for step change. Finally, don't forget to celebrate the successes and learn from the challenges. Recognize and celebrate when things go right. A little appreciation goes a long way. It's like giving a high five for a job well done. And if things don't go as planned, as sometimes they do, then use this as a learning opportunity. Reflect on what could be improved next time. It's like turning lemons into lemonade. Sweeten the experience with the lessons learned. All of those elements contribute to some key psychological needs that your team members and yourself have. If you want to learn more about how you build motivation based on fulfilling those psychological needs, then check out this video. Remember, true leadership is about empowering others to excel. Delegation is a bit like investment. If you don't start investing, then you won't start to see the interest accumulating, and then the interest on top of the interest accumulating. The sooner you start, the sooner you will see the speed of your work and your team elevate and accelerate. Let me leave you with a thought from John Maxwell, who said, "Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others." A key element of delegation is to be able to give feedback to the people who you delegate to so they precisely know where they stand. And for you to be able to take the feedback too. Much more about the art of feedback can be found in this video here.